Hello students. So in the previous class, in that of the natural resources, we discussed about that of the rainfall zones in India. In the rainfall zone, student, what we had discussed the different zones in that of the India, including the wet zone, including the semi-arid zone, including the arid zone. All these things, all these zones, they are having the different amount of rainfall occur. Okay. Then we discussed that of the water pollution. Okay. So in case of a water pollution, what is a water pollution, students? So any change, that may be a physical change or that of a chemical change. So any physical or that of the chemical change which occur in that of the water. Okay. So that will going to change, that will going to hamper the quality of the water, and that we call as a water pollution. Now the materials that we add to the water and due to which the quality of the matter get degraded, such kind of a material we use the term for it, and that is water pollutants. So when we add that pollutants, it causes the water pollution. Okay, so this is the water pollution and that of the water pollutant. Now in that water pollution only, student, we discussed why this water pollution is very dangerous for us, because you see the amount of fresh water which is available to us is very less. Okay, so amount of fresh water which is available is very less to us. So you can understand by that if this amount of this small fraction of a fresh water get contaminated, if the addition of the impurities occur there, then what will happen? It will make the water impure and we cannot drink it. So already the amount of water is very less, and if suppose in that particular amount we will going to add the impurities in it, so what we will going to drink it? Okay, how we will use it? So what will happen? It will causes the scarcity of the water. Okay, scarcity of water. Right? So scarcity of water, how does it occur, student? It occurs since the amount of water get reduced due to the continuous addition of that of the water pollutants. Then we discuss about that of the water pollutants, students. So water pollutants, there are a lot of the things are there which causes the water pollution, including the sewage is there, including the chemicals that we use, including that of the industrial effluents are there, including that of the material which comes out from the agriculture, or that house garbage, the house detergent which goes outside. So these all, as well as one more thing, that is the waste material that comes out from the nuclear power plant, that also consisting of very harmful chemicals, and when these mixes with that of the water, they will hamper, they will make the water unfit for us. Later, student, we discuss about that of the water pollution occurs. Okay, so we can write it. Water pollution occurs due to water pollution. It occurs due to So what are the different causes of that of the water pollution, students? So the first one is the addition of undesirable substances. Addition of undesirable substances. So what kind of a addition of undesirable substances occur in that of the water, and due to which the water becomes polluted, student? So the first thing is the addition of pesticides and fertilizers. So see here student, addition of pesticides and that of the fertilizers. Basically what happened, farmer they used to throw the pesticides and that of the fertilizers on the crops so that the crop will grow properly. But we know that when the rainfall occurs, these pesticides and fertilizers mixes with the water and from the crop it enters into the river. So what will happen, these chemicals will mix with that of the river and it will destroy, or it will going to make the life of that of the aquatic animal it's problematic. Okay, so we can say that addition of the pesticides and fertilizers is not good for all the aquatic organisms. Now, not only this student, that is addition of the pesticides and that of the fertilizers, but the addition of sewage. So all the dirty things, all the dirty waste water which comes out from the society, which comes out from the different houses, finally that we call as a sewage, and this sewage will mixes into the sewer. Now sewer sometimes without purifying the water, sometimes it is thrown in that of the river itself, directly into the river. So ultimately it will going to make the quality of the water poor. Okay, so then we can say the addition of that of the sewage also causes a problem. Okay, not only this student, animal excreta. Animal excreta is there, sewage is there, industrial effluents are there. So the waste material that comes out from that of the industries, animal waste material and the sewage, it means the waste material which comes out from the different houses, when all these they mixes into the water, what will happen? It will makes the water dirty and unfit. Okay, so addition of the sewage, animal excreta, industrial effluents, it will make the water dirty and unfit for us. Okay, so this is the addition of the undesirable substance. One more thing is there, students. So especially you see in the paper industry there is a use of a mercury. Okay, so while preparing the paper, they use the mercury. Now this mercury effluents, after the use, what will happen? The leftover mercury, which we call as a mercury effluents, these mercury effluent also discharge into the water bodies. Now you see here student, mercury is what? It is a toxic substance. So it will kill many of that of the aquatic organisms. Okay, so we can say that mercury salt, which is used in the paper industry, can cause mercury poisoning. addition of all these material, whether it is a fertilizers, is it a pesticides, or a sewage is there, animal excreta is there, or any of the industrial influence, industrial waste material are there. Mercury, students, the mercury salts which is used in that of the paper industry, when all these things are thrown in the water, are mixed into the water, so what will happen? It will make our water polluted, and thus we can say that addition of the undesirable substance will going to cause the water pollution. So the first one is the addition of the undesirable substance. Now if we want to see the second one, student, that is removal. In first one, the addition of the undesirable substance. Okay, so if you are adding a bad thing in a substance, adding an undesirable substance, then yes, it will hamper the quality. But what about the second one? And that is the not only addition of the undesirable substance, but removal of the desirable substance also. See, removal of the desirable substance. Removal of the desirable substances also. So you see here, student, how the removal of a desirable, absolutely. If the desired substance, if the substance which makes your water more good or more fit for drinking or more pure for all that of the living organisms which are living inside that of the water, then absolutely, if we remove the good thing from it, absolutely it will hamper the quality, it will degrade the quality. So basically the second one is the removal of the desirable substance from that of the water. How, students? Especially that of the dissolved oxygen. So if the amount of the dissolved oxygen, you know that in the water, oxygen is what? When you see the property of the oxygen, then you find that oxygen are soluble in water. Okay, and since it is soluble in water, student, then what will happen? If it is a soluble in water, it means that water, that is why the aquatic animals, aquatic plants, they are able to take oxygen from the water. So if the dissolved oxygen, if the amount of the dissolved oxygen is reduced, then absolutely it will go into problem. It will be a problem for all that of the aquatic organisms. You can understand it that atmosphere is having a lot of oxygen, and if the amount of oxygen will get reduced, then absolutely it will create a lot of a problem for us in breathing or in respiring. The same thing happened with that of the dissolved oxygen. If the dissolved oxygen is the amount of the dissolved oxygen becomes less, then it will cause a problem to all the aquatic organisms. Okay. So this also adds water pollution. So basically what happens, student? Human activities. These human activities, students, due to human activity makes the amount of dissolved oxygen, that is DO, less in water. Okay, so human activity, it makes the amount of dissolved oxygen less in water, and since the amount of dissolved oxygen lessen, it will cause problem for all the aquatic organisms. All the aquatic organisms. Okay, so you see here students, the human activity, it makes the amount of that of the dissolved oxygen to become less. Okay, so due to these human activities, oxygen which is dissolved in the water, its amount will become less, it becomes low. So we can say that due to this less amount of a dissolved oxygen present in the water, it will going to make the life, it will going to kill, you can say, or it will be a problem for the that of the living organism, aquatic and plant, to survive in the water, because oxygen is very necessary for them to respire. Okay, to get energy. So we not only addition of the undesirable substances, student, but if you are removing the good substances also, if you are removing the desirable substances also, ultimately that also removes the that will also causes the water pollution. Okay, so either a human being will get a bad thing from outside, or you are deleting the good thing from yourself. Absolutely both of them will going to hamper the character of a person, and the same thing happen here also. Either the addition of the water will going to hamper the quality, or water itself, or from the water you are taking out the good thing from the water, then the water will becomes the polluted. Okay, so we can say yes, the second one also is the cause of the water pollution, and that is the removal of the desirable substances. Now if we move to the next one, students, and that is the change in the temperature. You see, change in the temperature. So you see here, students, all the aquatic organisms, especially, they are very sensitive to that of the temperature. Okay, so you can say all the aquatic organisms are very sensitive to the temperature. That is change in temperature. Okay, so all aquatic organisms, they are very sensitive, or sensitive to that of the temperature or change in temperature. If any change occur, it will make that of the living organisms to face the problem, you can say. So you see here, student, if we talk about the temperature, if there is a slight change in that of the temperature, then there will be not a big problem for them. But if the change of temperature is a huge one, then absolutely it will going to affect them. So we can write it, the slight change in temperature, that they can afford only a slight change in temperature. Okay, so they can afford only a slight change in that of the temperature. A big change, a drastic change in temperature, can disturb them. Okay, so a big change or a drastic change of temperature can disturb them. Okay, so this basically what happened, this can alter their physiological process, especially the aquatic organisms who lay eggs. So these eggs or that of the larva, they are very susceptible to that of the temperature. Okay, so we can say that it will going to change their physiological process. Okay, so we can write it that this will changes their physiological process. Okay, this alter their physiological process. Okay, especially their breeding, patterns. Okay, so this will going to hamper, it will going to especially this will alter the change in that of the physiological process. Okay, especially to that of the breeding pattern. So how the breeding pattern, students? Because the egg or that of the larva is susceptible to that of the temperature. Okay, because it is, so it is because the eggs and larva of the aquatic organisms are very susceptible to the temperature. Okay, so any change in their physiological process, especially to that of the breeding pattern, and basically these changes occur because the egg and the larva of the aquatic organism are very susceptible, very sensitive to that of the temperature. So it will going to affect their growth. Okay, so we can say that the temperature, it also plays a very important role in causing that of the water pollution. Okay, so there are the three things, student. The first thing that we study is the addition of the undesirable substances. If we are adding the removal of the desirable substance, like that of dissolved oxygen is there, students. So if the amount of dissolved oxygen become less, so yes, it will cause the water pollution. And finally, the temperature. If there is any change in that of the temperature, it will causes the egg and the larva of the aquatic organism not to grow properly. So we can say it will cause the water pollution. Okay. Now we will study the harmful effect of that of the water pollution. Harmful effect of water pollution. Effects of water pollution. Okay, so harmful effect of water pollution. Now you see here, students, we discussed that what are the different causes of that of the water pollution. Now we will study about that what are the harmful effects of that of the water pollution. So the first one is that water pollution, obviously if the water will become dirty, it becomes polluted, then it will cause a lot of disease. So the first one is, so we can write it that polluted water causes disease. So we can understand in this, students, that a polluted water is a source of a lot of diseases, including that of cholera or typhoid or hepatitis or jaundice. Okay, so we can write it malaria. So polluted water is the major source of many diseases. Okay, what kind of a disease, students? So you see here, it will be typhoid or jaundice or hepatitis. Okay, cholera, cholera, cholera है. Yes, cholera. Then dysentery, etc. Okay, so lot of things are there, student. Lot of a disease are there by which we can say it is caused due to the polluted water. So if water is dirty, if water is polluted, then absolutely it will be a good breed. It is good for all the microorganisms to breed on the water, absolutely, and thus it will cause a lot of a disease for the peoples around them. Okay, so we can say polluted water, it causes disease. The second one is a student that it will destroy the physical property of the water, because what will happen if water is polluted, if it is dirty, then what will happen, it will looks ugly also, and not only this, a spoiled smell will also come. If you see the dirty water, it will not going to give a good smell to you. You will always say that it will always release a spoiled gas, a spoiled smell, or that of the harmful gases are released from them. And not only this, it will looks ugly also. Okay, so ultimately you see the physical property of the water, the overall look of the water will become dirty just because of the addition of the undesirable substances in it. So we can write it, physical properties are lost. Physical properties are lost. Physical properties are lost. So, due to the decomposition of the waste material in the water, it will create a foul smell from it. So, we can write it, the decomposition of the waste material in water causes foul smell to evolve. Okay, so foul smell starts coming out of it from that of the waste material when it starts decomposing in that of the water. Then next one is, student, that because of this, the entire water reservoir, it will looks very dirty, it will looks very ugly. So we can write it that because of that, the entire water reservoir will looks ugly and not fit for use. Okay, so nobody will going to use, we cannot use that water. It will look very ugly, and due to the decomposition, the color of the water also get changed. Students, sometimes you see it becomes black. The big example is the Yamuna Nadi, because of the addition of the continuous addition of that of the waste material. The decomposition of these waste material makes the river very dirty. It makes the river to change its color. It looks ugly and it is not fit for the for use, for any use. It is not especially for the drinking, but for any use. Okay, and not only this, student, because of the decomposition, continuous foul smell will also evolve, will also come from that of the river. So you can see the physical properties of the water, how it looks. Okay, and what is the smell, what is the taste of that of the water, it will get destroyed because of the addition of the impurities in the water. So we can say that the physical properties of the water, it will get lost. Next one is causes metal poisoning. So we can write it. Now when we were talking about the addition of the undesirable substances, students, and at that time we said that mercury, when we add the mercury in it, this mercury will mixes into the water. It is highly toxic. It causes disease to that of the aquatic organism. Okay, it will kill that of the aquatic organism. So the next one is that of the causes metal poisoning. Addition of mercury you know that it is very harmful. So absolutely, since it is a toxic, so it will cause a disease. So addition of mercury causes a disease. Causes a disease called Minamata disease. Okay, Minamata disease. Not only this, student, addition of the cadmium. So addition of cadmium, it also causes a disease that is known as a die and die. So cadmium causes a disease called die. Okay, so addition of the mercury causes a disease called Minamata disease, as well as addition of the cadmium, it also causes a disease that is known as a die. So you see here, student, the metal poisoning can occur in the water if the such kind of metals are added in that of the water. Okay, so these are the harmful effect of that of the water. Okay, so the harmful effect of that of the water pollution. Okay, so ultimately you see it will going to destroy the quality, it will causes disease to all the living organism, as well as it is not good, especially for that of the aquatic organisms. Okay.